So we got that glass prepped. It's good to go. Go ahead and get this cover off around the mirror. Well, this one is camera cover. The mirror is roof mounted technically. So, get this guy off. Put that down there. And of course, I'm so dang tall, I can't see anything up there. Here we go. Get that unplugged. Don't leave cameras hanging, folks. I just cut my fingernails last night, and of course, I can't get to the button like I wanted to. I'm gonna slide this seat back because the guy who owns this car is, I think, substantially shorter than me. All right, so this car's got a humidity sensor, a forward-facing camera. We're gonna go ahead and slip that on the new part. There's multiple reasons for this. All of our guys are trained this way. The girls in the office, they even know when they see guys doing jobs. If you leave a camera hanging, the probability that you can damage wires, damage connectors, it's pretty high. Everything runs off of low voltage systems, super low voltage, a lot of times like 1.2 to like 4 volt signals. I can't remember exactly on the CAN bus on this. Now this camera's actually on a coaxial cable, so it's a little different, but it's all very low voltage systems. They're all very sensitive to fluctuation. Unplug it, put it on your new part. Now when you put it on your new part, most of the time everybody's running aftermarket parts. If there's an issue with your new part where your stuff doesn't fit, you can identify it right now, rather than having the car taken all the way apart and the windshield out of the hole before you realize your part's no good. And then you can take action to get a new part for the customer rather than take the risk of potentially leaving and having to put an old windshield back in the car, a bad windshield in the car, or reinstall, well, I said the old windshield, or not leaving the windshield in a car at all. So you leave and there's no windshield in the car. Just take the steps you can take to make sure that you are providing the best customer service to your customer as possible. Now here's a gate pass sticker. Oh, that thing's on the inside. I thought it was on the outside. These never transfer. Every once in a blue moon, one will surprise you. But all the antenna material peels right off of it. So we're gonna stick that on his invoice. We'll send that home with him. His neighborhood should give him a new one, or they'll charge him, I don't know. Have to take the top off of this car to do the windshield on one of these Corvettes. Some of them you do, some of the older models, the top had to come off if you're pulling the header and stuff, but these newer ones you do not. And the reason I do it is because I'm quite tall and pretty large of a fella, and getting in and out of this thing to work on it really sucks. So if I take the top off, I've got tons of room to stand beside it and work through the opening rather than being in and out of it constantly. I'll talk about this a little bit. I'm sitting at my wire tool. I poke it through and I pull. If you're using a dual ear style cutout tool like the orange bat, I poke it through on my driver's corner at the bottom, and I pull the majority of my slack off of my driver's side ear on the tool. And the reason I do that is I'm gonna pull on that driver's side ear first. That's gonna be the first side of the tool I start to work. So I can pull whatever remaining slack I need to pull out of the other ear and not have to worry about pulling all my line off of the tool before I'm done setting it up. So I pull it, get it all tucked. Now we can get started. There's the downside with tools that go quick though. They tear stuff up quick too. So use some good procedures to make sure you don't go tearing nothing up. The one thing I'm gonna do And I do this a lot on cars with real thick set pins in the corner. Set pins, factory set pins. So which is factory set pin is this guy right here. Just double side tapes to the glass on these, I do believe. I like to detach the set pin from the windshield and cut over top of the set pin rather than trying to cut through it. It just makes life easier, in my opinion. And once you get it busted loose, take your paddle, get it up in there over top of that pin, and now you don't have to try to cut through the pin. And I see a bunch of guys online talking about, hey, only move your paddle once. I mean, your tool once, move it twice. Man, I think you should move the paddle as many times as you need to move the paddle to keep the stress off the string. That's that.